What's up, everybody? Mike here from CEO Warrior. Thought that I would do a live training for you guys today and talk a little bit about success and failure and what makes the big difference between both of them. What's up, Kelly? And I think there is some critical things that change the game between success and failure. David, make sure you go check out, if you haven't, I did a live video in the Warrior Facebook group just before. I think it's super good to listen. It's all about making money, finding money, and all kinds of stuff there. So make sure any of you warriors that are watching this, go over to the Warrior Facebook group, but be sure to watch this too. So let's talk about success. Let's talk about failure. Let's talk about being happy with results. Let's talk about being upset with results. And I got to make sure my dog, I'm on the bed down the shore house here, sitting here. I thought it was a great place just to be comfortable and do a video. My dog's trying to find its perfect place to lay on the bed. Are you good now, Ginger? Good? Okay. She's good. We can continue now. So success is, most people in my world that have come to me, I'm coaching now for over 8 years, running my own business of some form for probably close to 30 years now. Let's see, I'm going to be 49 in 20-something days, and I've owned my own business since 22, so do the math, 20-something, 28 years or something. I don't know what it's like to be an employee for 28 years, and I don't know what it's like not to win for 28 years. Even when I was a small company, I'm always clear with people, like, we struggled, but we made money. Rob and I always made money. And I think what it comes down to, a lot of people want to say success is a mindset. I don't think it's a mindset. I think it is an understanding of what does success look like for you, right? What does it look like? And then it's a matter of, I read a book years ago. It was a good book. I think it was called Rework. And so the thing is, it's not a 1-year plan, 5-year plan. It's a tomorrow plan. So I think if you take success as a whole, a lot of people, they grow, but then they feel unsuccessful. They're like, oh man, like, you know, they used to be one truck. Like, I mean, what are you going to base success on? I mean, you had no kids, now you have a kid. Success or no? It's successful. I mean, compared to someone else, what's up, Sam? Compared to someone else, what's up, Sardor? What one person's trying to have children and you have children. So there's many layers of success. And sometimes what we let happen is we let this one, what we look at as failure, consume our mind, and then that becomes the ultimate failure. And any of you warriors, I said it at the beginning of this, make sure you go to the Warrior Facebook page. I just did a really great video on making money. And this interesting thing sort of about books is this. Books are great for wisdom. And what do they say? I don't know. Millions of people read Think and Grow Rich, but millions of people are not rich. So what does that say to you? It says that there's confusion between success and failure. There's confusion in what to do and what not to do. And I'm going to give you some things. Like, first, I believe the quickest way to success is someone's helping you map it out. I mean, let's face it. There's been, why do you have wise sages, or why do you have popes, or why do you have gurus? Why do you have people since the beginning of time that people would look up to and say, show me the way? Now, of course, you could find the way, right? If there was, what's up, Dan? If there was no Bible or something like you, or Quran, or anyone, like eventually you would find the way, but you would have to figure it out. I mean, look, even something like the Bible, the Quran, any one of these big books, like, there's translations for it, because why? Because it's not as easily read. Now, I think some things do unto others, as I don't know if it should be do on as others do unto you. I think that's how it is. I think it should be do unto others greater than others do unto you, because that's kind of goes into like do unto others as they do unto you could be construed as an eye for an eye, right? You're bad to me, I'm bad to you. Or thou shalt not judge. Like, I think that's good. Like, don't judge someone who has tattoos or piercings or purple hair. But then again, most people break a lot of their own beliefs. So it comes back to what is your belief on success? How will you know when you're there? And are you satisfied when you're there? Because I think the thing about success, what's up, Matt, is the line moves, doesn't it? I mean, the success line moves because as you grow, I mean, when I was young and my brother moved out of, the apartment and it was just me and I had a mortgage of $1,300. I mean, success was just being able to pay the bills. It didn't even mean extra money. What's up, Christos? Christos, I've been sending your dad as much energy as I have, man, as much energy as I have. And so success was just paying the bills. And then success was paying the bills and having a little extra. And then success was paying the bills, having a little extra, and being able to have 5 minutes to spend the little extra money from paying the bills. Now, there's one cardinal rule that I believe is, what do they call, steadfast or something, or must be. And I do believe this. And I don't think you need a book to tell you this, is that without clarity of success, how will you ever feel any level of satisfaction at all? Like, if you never write down exactly what success feels like, and it could be way in the future, it could be present, like right now, it could be today. Like success for me today is I have 3 more books that I'm writing, and I have 3 proofs of 3 books. So like success for me today is to get through those 3 books with my copywriter, make any notes, and keep the project moving forward. That's one successful thing for me today. Second successful thing is I have a call with on Sundays at 4 o'clock, almost every Sunday or every other Sunday. My wife and I and Joe Williams and a couple really smart friends, we get together on Zoom and we talk about strategies and helping each other. So success for me is to be on time for that call and have an amazing time with friends. And then my next success for me is at 8:30 tonight, I have a call with one of my coaches. I do it on Sunday at 8:30. And normally my copywriter or someone else will join it. And it gets us laser focused for the week on strategies. And Sunday works out to be a really good night. I find out for myself with my coach to get everything real, dialed in, processed, things off my brain and angled. So like, I already know those are successful things that I would like to get done today. Now, if I just said successful is just to live till tonight, well, yeah, I want to live too, but it's such a broad stroke. Do you see that? And some of you, and I don't know, maybe not, success is 5 million this year, or 10 million, or 20 million. But see, that's got a far finish line. It's good. You got to know the one target. But do you know the individual success targets? And you got to know from your employees, like, were they successful or were they not? How do they feel about their success from last week? That's what I want to know from all of you. Like, and the questions that I ask my team is like, hey, what made you, like I just did this the other day. I sent it to the CEO Warrior team and I said, what made April successful for you? What made it successful? And what will make May feel very successful for you too? See, because that gets their brain thinking of all the wins they had, and it gets them thinking for all the wins they will go get. You see the thing here? I think when you think about it, you have to start, people are paying attention to the bad thing, the failure, more than the successful thing. So it's like, oh, I have a business, I'm owed money. Well, wait, you have a business and most people don't. Yeah, but I need guys. Yes, but you've been in business for 25 years. Like, you have time on your side. Like, you have a sense of reputation that maybe a new company does not have. Is this making sense? What is the thing that's for you guys that are on here? What's the one thing right now that's sticking out for you that's making you start to think like, okay, I need to adjust or modify or adapt or adopt or put in place? Share that while I keep going. Then the other thing about success is to understand the opposite side, failure. Now, they used to say terms like fail forward. But see, failure, when you fail forward, still makes you feel like a loser, but keep trying to win. And I think if you could reverse psychology this for your own brain, that it's not a failure, but actually it is a lesson for improvement, something that you just learned to improve, right? And because all of us, I don't know if all of us, I'm careful to say, what's up, Len? I'm careful to say all of us, but I think a fair amount of us probably had something that went wrong at some time in your life, right? Something wasn't good, something didn't work, something like that. You tried something, like I had a thing I bought many years ago called a Stirraflow. Now, anybody in the plumbing, I thought this was the cat's meow. I was like, we got it. They had a demand in the market. They did 15 homes already. It was $135,000 investment. I'm like, we're going to crush it. We went out, we did 10 homes. I couldn't find no more. Did I lose money? No. I made a little bit of money. Then I had a real expensive compressor that was like $65,000 compressor, that you don't need a $65,000 compressor to work jackhammers and stuff. And over time, I sold it to somebody. And I used to say, man, this is such a failure. And I was like, failure is something without a lesson behind it, right? Like, if you just said it was horrible, horrible, and you did not put a lesson in place, then I do agree. This feels like an exact failure. Yep, I ran a Stirraflow in Dallas for 8 years, made a small amount of money. Yeah, I know. It's a painful thing when you're sitting there going, why? But there just wasn't enough pinhole leaks for us, right? But it wasn't a failure. What I learned was I needed to negotiate a different deal. You're saying there's market demand. You're giving me this stuff. I would have struck a totally different deal today, which, Daniel, I don't know if you still own the product. What I would do is go back and strike a different deal with them. I would make them part of the solution, because what I learned over the years, especially doing over $20 million a year in HVAC alone, and $3.5 million in underground replacement alone, I learned that going back and putting some of the onus on the big company can really be helpful. So I didn't know that back then when I did that. I learned that over, going from very small to over 32 million. Once you do $200 million in 10 years, like, you figure out a lot of what not to do, and you figure out a lot of new ways to do things. And so that could be the new success thing. Like, just ask yourself this. Success. What are all the areas in the company that you're successful? Now, I know a lot of people use the phrase, and Dale, they go like this. Yeah, but it can always be better. Yes, that's true. It can always be better based on your new definition of success. Based on your what's up, Aaron? Aaron, make sure you go to the Warrior group and listen to the training I just did this morning on how to make more money and hidden avenues of money and stuff. So, yeah, of course I could say that. But the point for you guys to think about is this. What are the areas that you need to get clearly defined as success? It's interesting. Check this out. You hear people talk about installs. Yeah, you have a day to get this done. You have a day. Well, guys, when you say to your employee, you have 1 day to get this done, what are you saying? Have you been clear that a day is 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 20 hours? Because last I checked, there's 24 hours in a day. So you're telling the guy he's got 24 hours? You know, it comes back to these success principles, success clarity. And with that, you can't create alignment without super layered, defined success. So why don't we practice it a little bit here if you're cool with it? Why don't you type in now, what makes today a successful day for you? Is it that you're going to rest? But how much rest? Like, are you going to rest? I'm going to rest for 2 hours today. I'm going to work out for 2 hours today. I'm going to spend 2 hours with my family. I'm going to get super jacked up. I'm going to spend an hour on my planning, my blueprint, how my day is going to start, how my day is going to end, what I'm going to tackle tomorrow, my do or die list. Like, why don't you first do this? Sold all of it and walked away. It was a very expensive marketing piece to get a slab leaks. Yeah, I know, brother. I can feel your pain, cause headaches and lost revenue. Same thing with sewer lining. Yeah, so like a lot of people were pitching sewer lining, and like I didn't have a lot of customers saying they cared about their lawn being dug up, right? I mean, hey, can you fix this without digging up the lawn? Like, our people were just like, we're gonna dig it, we'll clean it, we'll throw grass seed down, like, not a big deal. So I never did the lining. If there was really a job like that, and I think it's only happened once or twice in my career before I sold, we would just sub it out to someone. That's all. I know, you know, there's a big lesson in this, Daniel, that I learned, and I want to share this with you, with all of you, is I learned that don't jump on the shiny object too quick. Test it fast. Then jump on. Because my belief is no matter what anybody else does, if they're first, I'll trump them later. Because I'm a strategist, right? I'm a marketer. I'm a strategist. And strategists just know that no matter what time they get involved with something, they'll win. Ginger, stop. My dog's chewing her foot. Good girl. Leave it alone. Take a break. Okay? Lay your head down. Go ahead. Come here. You want to come up here? Come up here. Okay, go ahead. Lay down. Okay. All right. Give me a hug. Look, everybody. This hug's for you. This hug's for all of you. Okay. Thank you for the hug. Okay. Thank you. Can I finish my video now? Huh? This is how my dog hugs. Can I finish the video now? Yes? Okay. Why don't you lay down? Okay. Go ahead. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. You don't have... Okay. More hugs. See how lucky you guys are? You're getting a dog hug today from Ginger. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Come on. Now you gotta lay down because I gotta finish this. Okay. Yep. Lay right there. Good girl. So as you're thinking about this, what's up, James? I want you to start to not only identify the success or failure, but start to identify what does it mean? Like, what are all the lessons that you took away from it? Like Ace Duraflow taught me, don't be so fast in. Let someone else get in and then come in and trump them. Come in and buy them. Like, because strategists can always put more to be gun shy of everything, but I want you to be strategic about it. I'm done with gimmicks. Back to the basics, an old school way of doing plumbing, less stress and headache and more revenue. No teaching plumbers how to hook up air hoses and all that BS. Yeah, I get it, right? And it is a learning curve, that stuff. So I think what you want to do is be smart on what you're going to do. Understand what success is defined on. Do you guys know what an SLA is? Right. Tell me if you know what an SLA is. I know some of you warriors know what it is because you've been in my world and you probably do it. Some of you may not. And for all of you, maybe it's a reminder. So what's an SLA? Let's see what you guys got here. Service level agreement. Right. So, David, I'm glad you know that. So a service level agreement is an agreement between you and any vendor that you're going to work with. So in hindsight, what I learned later, Daniel, is I would have went to Ace Duraflow and said, let's have a service level agreement. What is my agreement to you? What is your agreement to me on success or failure? When you have this, and it's not a contract, it's different. You still need contracts. That keeps people aligned. right? Contracts keep people honest most of the time. But the service level agreement is an agreement on results. It's an agreement on service. And this is where a lot of people fail. They don't have these service level agreements. So then, it's kind of like I invest in something, but they don't keep investing back in me, in the outcome that you need done or that you want done. All right, I hope this makes a lot of sense. I think it's a great conversation for us to have on Sunday, because Sunday is a great day to evaluate what does success look like this week. And as soon as you identify it for yourself, you then have to serve your people with it. You got to say, what does success look like to you this week? See, you could force success on your guy. You hear all these people in these groups with this, salesman and $10 million salesman. I don't care about any of that. All I care about this, from all my employees, what does success look like to you this week? People normally, not all the time, but normally will drive themselves for greater levels of success than you will ever drive them. Because I don't think anybody wakes up and says, I hope I'm a failure today. Ginger. I hope I don't win today. I don't think anybody says, I hope I let my boss down. You knowing this, it can help you understand how people think a little bit different. Leading my team to success makes me successful. 100%. Let me give you a flip side to that, Sardar. When your team starts leading themselves to success, then you're ultra successful. When the team starts saying, this is what we're doing. Because the leader's job is to lead. Ginger, stop. Only until the leader can step away and watch everybody else lead. I hope that makes sense. I use Sundays to reflect on last week and plan the coming week. 100%. That's an awesome job. Grab a pad, plan it. All right, everybody that's on here, I like to keep you guys up to date. I have another webinar coming up on, I don't know. Go to servicebusinessgrowth.com, servicebusinessgrowth.com, and you can log in and get for the webinar. I'm talking about how to capitalize, and I think it's how to capitalize and profit in the summer months, because a lot of people lose. They make a lot of money, but lose a lot of profit in the summer. So I'm doing a webinar. It's actually the Friday coming up. So if you go to servicebusinessgrowth.com, you'll get logged in on there. And also, we have a couple more spots. If you guys know anybody for our June 4th to 7th event, it is going to be nuts crazy. Jay Abraham, Lou Ferrigno, Mike McAllowitz, Brian Kerr. Largest, greatest, most endurance event we're ever going to put on. And it's the last 4-day one, too. We're not doing a 4-day model no more. So if you know anybody that's interested or anybody in any service industry, love to have you. Otherwise, enjoy your Sunday. Make it a super successful day. Boom. Ginger, are you going to make it a successful day? Ginger? Is it going to be successful for you? Yes? Come here. Wish everybody a successful day. Go ahead. Okay. All right. Everybody's going to be... Boom. I'm out.